Hi friends.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
Miss Ashley's back and Miss Molly and Mr. Josh. And we are going to be talking about reptiles and amphibians this week, which is super fun. But first, we're going to start with the good morning song, and then we are going to choose some of our song sticks. All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Good
morning. Good morning. It's a good morning. We say hello and how do you do to all our friends and teachers too. Good morning. Good morning. It's a good morning. Just can't get through a good morning song without doing it backwards.
All right, Miss Ashley, you want to go first?
All right.
I tried really hard too.
Look what I got, friends. I got 5 green and speckled frogs. Frogs are amphibians.
Whoa.
Cool. All right, let's see your logs. Let's see your
How
frogs.
many are we doing?
Here we go. Let's do 5.
5.
5 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 2 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. Glub, glub. 1 green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. He jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Nice singing, friends.
Wow.
That was
And teachers.
that was a long one.
I'm kind of out of breath.
Out of breath.
All right. I got a non-reptile or amphibian song. I got Little Red Caboose. Do you guys know that song?
I'm gonna work on it.
All right, hop on your trains, friends. We like to buckle our seatbelts first.
Oh, okay.
And we like to put on our conductor caps. Even though we're in the caboose, we do it backwards. All right, here we go.
Little red caboose, chug, chug, chug. Little red caboose, chug, chug, chug. Little red caboose behind the train, train, train.
Train. Smokestacks on his back, 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 back. Going down the track, 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 track. Little red caboose behind the train,
Train, train. Oh, dang.
Sorry.
I thought I knew it.
All right, Mr. Josh.
That's me. I'm doing.
Pick the stick.
Let's find out what I'm doing. I had a little turtle. All right, guys, get him out. 1, 2. I want to do like this. I had a little turtle. His name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water. He ate up all the soap. And now he's homesick in bed with bubbles in his throat. Wait, real important. Do you guys blab or do you guys pop?
We blab. We blab.
Let's blab. Bubble, 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 blab.
Ooh, gross.
That song is like so different depending on who sings it.
It changes up a lot. All right, here we go. My turn.
So close.
So close. Let's see. What did I get? Let me read it. What does this say? Oh, 3 little monkeys. I think we should do swinging in a tree instead of jumping into bed. 3 or 5? What do you think?
3.
3. Let's do 3. We did 5 frogs, so let's do 3 monkeys. All right, here we go, guys.
Three little monkeys swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator, can't catch me, no you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Alligator, quiet as could be, and he snapped that monkey right out of that tree. Two little monkeys swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator, can't catch me, no you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and he snapped that monkey right out of that tree. One little monkey swinging in a tree, teasing Mr. Alligator, can't catch me, no you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be, and he snapped that monkey right out of that tree.
No more
monkeys.
No more.
No more monkeys. Where did they
Alligator got him.
Alligator got him.
But they got away. Don't worry.
They got away.
Those
Maybe they
monkeys
just
are
went
safe.
higher up in the tree.
Yeah.
All right, friends. So, like Miss Cindy said, we're going to be talking about reptiles and amphibians. And I have a little sheet I want to read to you guys about the difference between reptiles and amphibians. Here we go. This is my little sheet about reptiles. Let's take, reptiles. This says they have scales and not fur. They have dry skin. They usually lay eggs, which we knew from our egg week. And sometimes some of them have live young. They have ear holes instead of ears, 4 legs or no legs. Like this salamander has 4 legs, but this snake, does this snake have any legs? Nope. And reptiles are cold-blooded. That means their blood is cold. Pretty cool. Now let's check out what amphibians are. Amphibians. They live on land and in the water. So like the frogs. Frogs can live on land and they can live in the water. They have webbed feet, right here like the frog. They breathe with lungs and gills. They're cold-blooded. Moist, smooth skin, no hair or fur. They have 4 legs or sometimes no legs. Frogs have 4 legs, but when they're little tadpoles, they have no legs. And they lay many eggs. Check that out. Look at all these eggs that they lay. Pretty cool, huh? All right, that's you, Joshy.
Hey guys. All right, thanks, Miss Molly. I'm gonna read a snake book, and what's he coming out of? Can you guys see? That's his skin. He's molting. We'll learn about that as we read our book. All right, it's a snake. What is long and round and slides on the ground? What can be fat or thin and has dry scaly skin? What has a tongue that flicks and eyes that can't blink? For goodness sake, it's what? A snake. A snake is a reptile, just like a lizard or a turtle, a crocodile. Those are reptiles too. All reptiles have tough scales. A snake has stretchy skin between its scales though. Can you guys see in the picture? See there, his scales are like these kind of brown looking ones. And in between it, you can kind of see the purple pink skin between his scales. A reptile's body is always the same temperature as the air around it. They are cold-blooded animals. That means they warm up by lying in the sun, or if you're Brucey or Dandelion, who's right there, then you have a little heating pad or a heat lamp that keeps your body warm. All reptiles have bones. It may not seem like it because they move so wiggly sometimes, but they have bones. They have more than 1,000 bones. Wow. Snakes live in fields and forests. They live in deserts and oceans too. They even live in city parks. Snakes can live almost anywhere. Most snakes live in warm places and they stay active all year long. So no matter when you're walking around, you might see a snake. Some snakes live in cool places in the winter. They hibernate. Most snakes hibernate alone. Some snakes hibernate in large groups. Looks like these guys are hibernating in large groups. Snakes and more snakes. In warm places, mother snakes usually lay eggs. So yes, snakes lay eggs. And you can kind of see them hatching out of their eggs right there. Little baby snakes. Most snakes lay 20 or 30 eggs. And a snake called a large python, they may lay up to 100 eggs. That's a lot. Do you guys know how many eggs our chickens lay? They usually lay about 1 a day, right? Just about. After a few weeks, the eggs will hatch, and the young snakes look just like their parents. A snake's body never stops growing. Sometimes its skin gets too tight, and the snake needs to molt. The snake rubs its head against a rock, and then the skin splits open. The snake crawls forward, and then the skin can peel off in one long piece. It's like taking off a sock, it says. Most snakes molt 3 or 4 times a year. We've seen Brucey molt many more times than just once, because when they're little babies, they molt more. I'll go grab the snake skin, I'll show you guys. Whew, I got 3 of them. This is Bruce's 3rd molt. I don't know how well you guys can see that. You can kind of see like right here, that's where his head was. And over here, this little piece, that's where his tail was. And you can even see the outline, like kind of where his stripes were on his molt. Here's another one. Kind of looks about the same size. But what you'll notice is that as I start to collect more of Bruce's skin, or his, more of his skin, that it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. This is actually his very first one. So this will be the smallest snake skin that I have. And we'll watch it get bigger and bigger as Bruce gets bigger. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna finish up my book. Let's talk about how they move. Most animals have feet. Do snakes have feet? I don't think so. Scoots help a snake move forward. What's a scoot, you say? These things right here. Do you see the little like ridges in between? These things are called scoots. The wild scales, a scoot is the wide scales on the belly of a snake. There we go, that would have been important to say. There are the scales on the snake. All right, I'll do one more page. This is a super big snake. Do you guys know what this kind of snake is called? It's called a green anaconda. And anacondas are super big. Look at this guy has to hold it with 2 hands and he's got it wrapped around his shoulder. Man, that is a big, big snake. And look at this snake. This snake is in the water. This is a beaked sea snake. That's right, snakes can even live underwater. Pretty cool. They can't live underwater. They can stay underwater for 5 hours. So they can stay underwater for a little bit, but they have to come back up for air. All right, guys, now that we read our snake book, now I'm gonna grab Bruce so that we can see a real snake. I will be right back. Hey, Brucey. What's up? Woo! Wow, look at him dance. Here he is. Bruce! I think Bruce missed you guys. Look, he's looking for you. He's like, where are all the lunchies? Here he is. Here's Bruce. Oh man, he really wants to go at the screen. Look at him.
Can you see him still? Do you think it's another snake?
He must think that there's a handsome snake on the screen. You're right, Miss Ashley. All right, so this is Bruce. We just talked about him. He wiggles. If you guys want to see those scales on their belly like the book was talking about, here are Brucey's. Can you guys see them? Has the little ridges and the lines. That's how he moves. Pretty cool. And then another thing that Bruce has is, what's he doing with his tongue? You guys may think he's just licking my hand, but he's actually smelling it. He smells with his tongue. He's like, he kind of tastes the air a little bit and he gets scent from it. And he's crawling all over the place right now. Being a crazy snake. Hi. Hi, Brucey. Do you guys know what snakes eat? Well, actually, king snakes can eat a lot of things. Anything that it can really fit its mouth around. But he eats mice. He eats little pinkies. He eats little baby mice. This snake will eat other snakes too. This snake will eat poisonous snakes because the poison on other snakes does not affect this snake quite so badly. So Bruce will find another poisonous snake and he'll chomp, eat him right up. It's pretty cool. You're a pretty cool guy, Bruce. All right, we're gonna say bye to Brucey now, and I'm gonna bring out Dandelion because Dandelion is another reptile that we have. Say bye, Bruce.
That was really cute. He was like looking at himself.
You kept going towards the camera. All right, guys, I have Miss Sydney here, and what is she holding? Look, Dandelion. Dandelion is a leopard gecko who is also a reptile, right, Miss Sydney?
Yep, she is a reptile.
And
she has dry, scaly skin.
she does, and she also has little bumps on her too. I know you guys have seen Dandelion before, but yeah, you can transfer her to me if you want, and I'll give her back to you. Okay. That's a good question. I don't know. Do you guys see the little hole in the side of Dandelion's head? And you may think that she got hurt, but actually that's how she's able to listen to all of us. Those are her ears. And she doesn't have little like sticky outy bits like we do. She just has a little hole in her head. But that's how she hears. And if you guys look at her tail, this is where she stores all of her excess food when her belly's not moving food around and she's not pooping it out. She stores all the extra stuff.
I didn't know that.
Right there.
That's crazy
So
and odd.
this is actually, you will see her tail be really big or really small depending on how much food she has. It's kind of like a nice little...
So right now, has she had a lot of food?
She has not. And do you see how her tail is normally not a lot bigger than her, but her tail is normally bigger than her belly is. But I haven't fed her in probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, so she might be a little hungry. But that's okay, because that's about when you normally feed leopard geckos. They don't eat a lot. They eat maybe once a week.
She's really staring at herself.
3 or 4 times every 2 weeks. Yeah, she gave you a wink. She misses you guys. But here she is. Let's see. What else can I talk about Dandelion?
What does she eat, Josh?
What does she eat, guys? She eats crickets. She'll eat crickets or mealworms or we had some silkworms in here too, and she loved silkworms. Those were like a big juicy snack for her. Do you guys see all the little spots on her head? That's how you know it's a leopard gecko. It's a very specific type of lizard.
Does she shed skin, Josh?
She does. She molts. So she'll take all of her skin off at once, just like a snake does, and she'll rub her head against the rock, and she'll push, and she'll squeeze herself out. And since Dandelion is 10, she's pretty old. They usually live to maybe like 15 or 20. But because she's 10, she'll only molt 2 or 3 times a year, unlike Bruce, who molts much more often. All right, guys, I'm going to put Miss Dandelion away. Thank you, Miss Sydney, for attempting to hold her. But
She doesn't like me.
I think she knows my smell a little better.
Yeah,
So,
she's like super calm.
all right, bye.
Hi friends, it's Miss Ashley. I'm here to read you a story about another type of lizard. This book's been very loved, as you can see, but this lizard that you see right here that's a bunch of different colors, this is called a chameleon. What's cool about chameleons is that their skin changes color depending on their environment. It's a type of camouflage. So I'm going to read this cute little story about a chameleon, and then I'm going to show you an art project where you can make your own chameleon at home. This story is called A Color of His Own. Parrots are green. Goldfish are red. Elephants are gray. And pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own. Except for chameleons. What colors do we see here? I see yellow. Can you say it with me? I see green and blue and pink. They change color wherever they go. On lemons, they are, what color is that? Yellow. In the heather, which is a type of purple flower, they are purple. And on the tiger, they are striped like tigers. One day, a chameleon who was sitting on a tiger's tail said to himself, "If I remain on a leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own." Do leaves usually stay green forever? Let's find out. With this thought, he cheerfully climbed onto the greenest leaf. He looks happy. Look at that little guy. He looks happy. But in the autumn, the leaf turned, what color? Yellow. And so did the chameleon. Later, the leaf turned, what color? Red. And so the chameleon turned red. And then the winter winds blew the leaf from the branch, and with it the chameleon. Oh no, he fell. I hope he's okay. The chameleon was black in the long winter night. He still doesn't have his own color yet. But when the spring came, he walked out into the green grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his sad story. "Won't we ever have a color of our own?" he asked. "I'm afraid not," said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser. "But," he added, "why don't we stay together? We will still change color wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike." And so they remained side by side. They were green together, and purple, and yellow, and red with white polka dots, and they lived happily ever after. The end. So that was A Color of His Own about a chameleon. And I have an art project to show you guys where you can make your own chameleon at home, and this will be in your activity bag. Here's our little chameleon that's going to be in your bag. Looks like the guy from the story. And I've also put in your bag these little pom-poms on a clothespin. This is going to be your paint tool. So you can pick whatever colors you want. I put red, yellow, and orange on a little paper plate here, and I'm going to dip my little pom-pom in there, and then you can color your chameleon however you like. And that's just one of the activities we're going to have in the bag. And now let's show you the other activities we are going to include in that activity bag.
Alright guys, so one of the things we have in your bags is a little tiny bag of water beads for all of you. So at home, all you have to do is pour these in a bowl or some kind of plastic container, add some water, and you guys know how it works. They'll expand and get bigger. You guys can pretend they're reptile eggs or amphibian eggs. You can play with your toys and put maybe some turtles and other reptiles in a bucket with them. And Miss Molly has something else to show you.
All right, last thing we have in our little baggies, well, second to last thing we have in our little baggies is I gave you some materials to make your own snake out of string. I have string tied in there. On the end is just a bead. And then I have, we put straws, little cut up straws in there. And you just string them just like this. You guys, sometimes we make necklaces out of these at KidTime. So today they're gonna be little snakes. So you guys get to pick your colors that are in your patterns, do whatever you want with that. And then at the end, moms and dads, there is also a little bead. There's a bead that I'm gonna put in there. And to make your snake complete, you string it and you tie it in a knot. That's all you have to do. And then you're all done. There's your snake. And if you listen, it kind of sounds like a little rattlesnake. So that's another activity that's going to be in there. And the last thing, do you want me to talk about?
Yeah.
Joshy's going to tell you about.
I'm going to do it. Alright guys, so I am going to put slime in a bag for you guys to play with. And slime is really slimy, just like frogs are, right? It's gonna be green, so maybe you could use the slime with some of the other stuff that you've gotten this week. And you can kind of like combine it all together and play with it. Anyway, I thought putting slime in a bag for you guys would be fun, so that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna go over to Miss Ashley, because Miss Ashley has something to show you guys.
All right, friends, last project to talk about. Since today is Friday, I'm going to show you guys a food project, which we usually do when we're in school, and we call it Food Friday. So this is an easy little project. I'll show you my materials. It doesn't have to look like this either. You moms and dads just give your kids the materials and let them do whatever they want with it. But here are my materials. I have a frozen waffle. I have some banana pieces that kind of look like turtle legs. You can also use apples for the same reason. And then I got little chocolate chips for eyes. See, chocolate chips. So let me show you what my turtle looks like. This is my little sea turtle. See, I took the banana pieces and kind of halved them and made them look like little flippers, turtle flippers. And if you don't have Eggo or frozen waffles, you can also make pancakes. Maybe use some chocolate syrup to make the scales of the turtle shell.
Rice cakes.
Or rice cakes, very good. You can make this with lots of different materials in your house. I'm going to show you what the apples look like real quick, because they look kind of the same. So if you don't have bananas and you don't want to go to the store for obvious reasons, you could do apples. So that's our little food project for Food Friday. I hope you guys make something yummy at home.
Action.
All right, friends, thanks for watching our reptile and amphibian circle. We had a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you guys soon.
Oh my gosh.
See you on Zoom.
See you on Zoom.
So much. Alright, goodbye friends.
See you later, Lunchies.
Adios, guys.
Bye.
Are you guys still here? What are you guys doing? Do you guys want to see KidTime? Let's go, come on. I'll take you. Let's go on an adventure. Come on. Let's check out the Lunchie room. Wow. And let's go outside. We're outside, and there's people outside. Oh my gosh, who is that?
What's up, friends?
It's Mr. Charlie, Ava, and Lingy. All right, we gotta keep going. Lingy! Let's go. We gotta go to the rough dog room. Just kidding. Guys, Miss Spray's in the rough dog room. We're in the kitchen. Wow. Do you guys want to see what the Lunchie teachers are doing? Oh, there they are. They're making bags. Go, Lunchie teachers, go.
Yeah.
Here's our front room. I miss having all you guys in here. It's not the same without you guys. Here's the outside. Here's my car. Captain America. Pizza Pup room. What are we doing in here? Oh, look at the Pizza Pup wall. Wow. What a bunch of beautiful faces. Alright guys, this has been Kid Time. Miss you guys. Wish you guys were here. It's not the same without you guys. Alright, I gotta stop this thing. Bye!